Hello, sweet soul, and welcome back to Brit's Bedtime Stories. If you are new here, my name is Brit, and this is a gentle space to slow down, soften, and reconnect with yourself through storytelling. Here we explore bedtime stories woven with mindfulness, nervous system regulation, psychology, healing, mystery, wonder, and sometimes just enough magic to remind us that life may still be more beautiful than it feels on the hard days. So, before we begin, if this space brings you comfort, I would love for you to subscribe and become part of our growing little community. And if tonight's story resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Tell me if you have ever looked up at the night sky and felt like something was looking back. Now, sweet soul, get cozy, adjust your blankets, let your body settle. Unclench your jaw, soften your shoulders. Take a slow breath in and gently let it go. Tonight, we are not going into fear. We are not going into dread. We are going into wonder. Because sometimes, when life has felt heavy for far too long, the nervous system forgets that wonder is still available. Stress can make the world feel very small. It pulls our attention toward problems, danger, bills, heartbreak, exhaustion, and all the little things we are trying so hard to survive. And while that protective part of us is only trying to help, it can also make us forget to look up. So, tonight, sweet soul, we are going to practice looking up again. Tonight, we are going to remember awe. Tonight, we are going to a quiet mountain lake beneath a sky full of stars. And perhaps, if we are very still, the stars may look right back. Imagine now that you are standing at the edge of a forest. The night air is cool and fresh against your skin. Tall pine trees rise all around you, their dark branches whispering softly above. The ground beneath your feet is steady. You can smell earth, bark, moss, and distant water. Ahead of you, through the trees, there is a silver glow. You follow it slowly, one step, then another. There is no rush here, nothing to prove, nothing to perform, no one needing anything from you, just the quiet path, the forest, the moonlight, and your own breath. As you walk, the trees begin to open, and there it is, a mountain lake hidden beneath the stars, still, dark, beautiful. The water is so calm that it reflects the entire sky. The moon floats both above you and below you. The stars shimmer in the heavens and, again, upon the surface of the lake, as though you are standing between two universes, one above, one below, and for a moment, you do not need to understand anything. You only need to be here. You walk to a smooth stone near the shoreline and sit down. The stone is cool but comforting, solid beneath you. You rest your hands beside you and breathe in the scent of pine and water. The mountains rise in the distance, dark and ancient, their peaks brushed with moonlight. Everything is quiet, not empty, quiet. There is a difference. Empty feels lonely. Quiet feels like being held. And here, at the edge of this lake, you are held by the night. You tilt your head back and look at the stars. There are so many of them, more than you remember seeing in a very long time. Tiny lights scattered across the darkness, some sharp and bright, some soft and distant, some gathered in faint rivers of silver. And as you look up, something inside you begins to loosen. The mind does something interesting in the presence of awe. It expands. It remembers scale. It remembers that our worries, while real, are not the only things in existence. There are stars being born while we sleep. There are planets turning in silence. There are oceans, storms, forests, moons, and mysteries we have not yet named. And here you are, breathing, alive, part of it all. You take another slow breath in and out. and then you notice it. One of the stars is moving. At first, you assume it must be a plane, of course. That would make sense, but the light does not blink. It makes no sound. It does not move in a straight line. It drifts gently across the sky, then stops, perfectly still. Your breath pauses. The light hovers above the far ridge of the mountain, golden white and silent. Its reflection appears on the lake below, trembling slightly on the dark water. You stare at it, waiting for an explanation, waiting for it to behave like something ordinary. But it does not. It simply remains there, still, patient, almost sentient, almost aware. You should feel afraid, perhaps. A strange light above an empty mountain lake should make the body tense, but instead, something unexpected happens. You feel curious, not reckless, not careless, just curious. And curiosity is important. Curiosity is one of the ways the nervous system begins to move out of fear. Fear says, "This is dangerous." Curiosity says, "What else might this be?" That tiny shift matters. That tiny opening is how the brain begins to build new pathways. Not every unknown must become a threat. Some unknowns can become doors. The light brightens softly, not enough to hurt your eyes, just enough that the lake glows beneath it. Then another light appears, and another. 3 lights now, golden white, silent, arranged in a wide triangle above the water. The forest becomes very still. The wind quiets. Even the lake seems to hold its breath. You do not move. You sit on the stone, wrapped in moonlight, looking up at something you cannot explain. And then, without sound, you feel something. Not a voice, not words in your ears. More like a warm impression placed gently in your mind. Hello. Your heart beats a little faster. You look around, but no one stands behind you. There's only forest, lake, sky. The lights remain above the water, waiting. Again, the impression comes. Hello, but this time it carries more than greeting. It carries calm, patience, recognition, almost like being remembered by something very old and very kind. You bring one hand to your chest. The gesture is small, instinctive, grounding. You feel your heartbeat beneath your palm. You breathe in and out. And slowly, the fear that might have arrived does not take root. It passes through like mist because something in you knows this moment is not here to harm you. It is here to wake something up. The center light descends slightly toward the lake. The water below it glows brighter, and then the surface begins to shimmer. At first, you think the stars are simply reflecting more strongly, but no. There are lights beneath the water, tiny glowing orbs, dozens of them, then hundreds, small white gold spheres drifting under the surface like fireflies beneath glass. They move in slow spirals, gentle, alive, plasmoid-like, not swimming, not floating, dancing. The lake becomes filled with soft points of light. The sight is so beautiful that you forget to be afraid, and that, too, is healing. Beauty interrupts survival mode. Awe interrupts the loop. When the brain encounters something vast, mysterious, and beautiful, it becomes harder for the old anxious pattern to keep repeating itself with the same force. For a moment, the mind stops saying, "What if everything goes wrong?" and instead whispers, "What if there is more?" You lean forward slightly. The lights beneath the lake swirl together beneath the 3 lights in the sky. Above and below, stars in heaven, stars in water, stars in the earth, and you between them. The warm impression returns. You've always known to look up. A memory rises within you. Not clear, not sharp, more like a feeling, a knowing. You remember being younger, maybe lying in the grass, maybe looking through a bedroom window. maybe standing outside on a cold night staring at the sky longer than anyone else understood. You remember wondering if anyone was out there. You remember feeling small but not meaningless. Small like a spark, small like a seed, small like something precious held inside something enormous. The lights above the lake pulse once. The lights beneath the lake pulse back, and your breath naturally begins to follow. Light, water, heart, breath, light, water, heart, breath. Your body grows calmer. Your shoulders soften. Your jaw releases. The muscles around your eyes relax. This is how we teach the body safety. Not by forcing it, not by scolding it, but by giving it repeated experiences of calm, presence, and wonder. Over time, the mind learns, the body learns, the nervous system learns. I can be here. I can be curious. I can feel wonder again. The center light lowers until it hovers just above the lake. A soft mist begins to rise from the water, glowing silver and gold. It drifts toward you, curling across the surface, reaching the shore in slow ribbons. The mist brushes around the stone where you sit, cool, soft, gentle. You lift your hand, the mist passes through your fingers, and for one strange, beautiful moment, you feel as though the universe itself has touched your hand, not grabbed, not pulled, just touched, softly, like a reminder. You are part of this too. You matter. Your eyes warm, not from sadness, from relief, because there is a special kind of tiredness that comes from living too long without wonder. And there is a special kind of healing that happens when wonder returns. The three lights brighten. For a moment, images move through your mind. The curve of earth from far away, blue oceans, white clouds, thunderstorms swirling slowly over continents. city lights glowing at night like golden embers, people everywhere, creatures everywhere, sleeping, worrying, loving, trying, and beginning again. You see all of it at once, and something in your chest softens. Human life is messy, tender, confusing, beautiful. So many people walking around with invisible storms inside them. So many people carrying things no one else can see. So many people looking down at glowing screens, forgetting there is an entire universe above them. And maybe that is why the lights have come tonight. Not to prove anything, not to explain everything, not to answer every question, but to remind you to look up. The warm impression comes again. Wonder does not erase pain. It makes room around it. You breathe that in. Wonder does not erase pain. It makes room around it. Yes, that feels true. Your worries still exist. Your healing still matters. Your life is still waiting for you, but right now, beside this lake, beneath these lights, those things are not crushing you. There is space around them, sky around them, starlight around them, possibility around them. And possibility is powerful. The brain changes through repetition, through attention, through emotional experience. Every time you practice wonder, you are teaching your mind that life is not only danger, not only grief, not only survival. Life can also be mystery, beauty, curiosity, awe, hope. The lights begin to move slowly. The triangle widens above the lake. The little orbs beneath the surface rise closer to the top of the water, glowing brighter for a few moments. The entire lake shines now, as if it has become a mirror for some hidden galaxy. You stand, not because you are told to, because your body wants to. Your feet carry you to the edge of the water. The shore is smooth beneath you. The lake glows softly at your toes. You step in. The water is warm, gentle, It ripples around your ankles with golden light. You laugh softly under your breath, a small laugh, a surprised laugh, the kind that comes when life becomes strange in the best possible way. You take another step, then another. The water rises to your calves. The lights beneath the surface drift around you, never touching, but close enough that you can see their glow moving through the water. You feel no fear, only awe, only tenderness, only the strange joy of being allowed to witness something impossible. Above you, the three lights hover. Before you, the lake stretches wide and luminous. Behind you, the forest stands quiet and protective. You are held between earth and sky, between what is known and what is unknown, between the life you understand and the mystery you are learning to trust. The center light pulses once more, and this time the impression is very clear. Believe in more. Not believe every story. Not believe every calm. Not abandon reason, but believe in more. More possibility. More mystery. More beauty, more healing, more future, more within yourself than you have been able to feel lately. Believe that your mind can open again. Believe that your heart can soften again. Believe that wonder can return. Believe that life can surprise you gently. The words settle through you like warm light. Believe in more. The lights beneath the lake begin to dim, slowly, one by one. The mist starts to thin. The three lights above the water rise higher. You understand that the moment is ending, but you do not feel abandoned. Not everything beautiful is meant to stay. Some things visit. Some things awaken us. Some things leave behind a glow. You step back toward the shore. The water lowers from your calves to your ankles, then slips away from your feet. When you reach the stone again, You sit down and look up. The lights are higher now, smaller. The triangle begins to dissolve as each one drifts toward a different place in the sky. The center light pauses one last time, just above the mountain ridge. A final warm impression arrives. When the world feels heavy, look up. You smile. The light brightens once, then rises higher, higher, until it becomes indistinguishable from the stars. The lake returns to darkness. The mist disappears. The wind moves softly through the pines again. The forest sounds return. Crickets, leaves, water lapping gently against the shore. Everything is ordinary again, and yet nothing is ordinary. The stone beneath you is not ordinary. The lake is not ordinary. The trees are not ordinary. The breath in your lungs is not ordinary. You are not ordinary. You are stardust with a heartbeat. A little piece of the universe, learning how to feel safe again. Learning how to hope again. Learning how to look up. You lie back on the smooth stone and rest beneath the sky. Your body feels heavy now. Comfortably heavy, sleepy, safe. The stars shimmer above you, still, quiet, watchful. Maybe one of them is only a star. Maybe one of them is something else. Maybe tonight it does not matter. Because what matters is the feeling left inside you. The spaciousness, the softness, the wonder, the possibility. Your breathing slows in and out, in and out. You allow your eyes to grow heavy. You do not need to solve the mystery tonight. You do not need to explain the lights. You do not need to convince anyone. You can simply carry the wonder gently, quietly, like a small flame in your chest, a reminder that the world is wider than fear. The universe is deeper than dread, and you, sweet soul, are allowed to rest inside the mystery. The lake grows quieter, the trees grow softer, the stars blur gently above you. And now there is nothing left for you to do. Nothing left to figure out, nothing left to hold. Just rest. Just breathe. Just heal. There you go. There you go. You're doing so perfectly well. That's right. Let your body sink deeper. Let your thoughts drift away like mist over the water. You are safe. You are held. You are allowed to sleep. The stars will keep watch tonight. The lake will hold the quiet. The mountains will stand guard. And you can let go now. There you go. There you go. Sleep now, sweet soul, and good night.